everyone, this is Gina from the Autism Helper. I'm so excited to show you this idea today. We're talking about fun activities to distract a child who might engage in what we call self-absorbed behaviors or stereotypical movements or play that often results in them playing completely by themselves, not paying attention to adults or peers or moms or dads or their siblings. And so they're missing out on that shared connection, that joint attention that helps them look at facial expressions and share those experiences. So once you start grabbing your child's attention a little bit more at a time, maybe it's 20 seconds, a little bit longer, I made this little Play-Doh board for a student who enjoys Play-Doh, or maybe your child enjoys cars or spinning the wheels of the cars, not necessarily playing with them appropriately quite yet. So this is a way to create that joint attention, shared experience, so that you're increasing them from not playing just completely by themselves. All right, so for Play-Doh, say your child likes Play-Doh, but maybe they just take the Play-Doh and they just, crumble it between their fingers and let it fall on the floor. Or they take one of the tools like the roller and they just wave it, calmly in front of their eyes, and that's all they do with it at that point. And not that children aren't allowed to just play and do what they want with certain things. Of course, they're not going to play exactly the way we might accept them. But if it is in an unusual way, you do want to interrupt those activities. You don't want them just completely always being by themselves, always playing, never noticing the world around them. We don't want that all day long. So for Play-Doh, I just did a simple board with just 3 things. You can beef it up. You could have 2 things. You can do whatever you want. And I thought these would be fun, such as making a pizza, making a house, and making a snake. So with your child, when you have the Play-Doh out, maybe they start out doing their typical, stereotypical behavior, and you're trying to grab their attention, and maybe you're doing something by yourself and they're not paying attention. So you could put this card in front of them, or if you have it on an iPad if you don't have it printed, and say, which one do you want to make? Do you want to make a pizza, a house, or a snake? And maybe they'll pick one, or maybe they'll look at it, or, if they don't at all, and maybe they move a little, farther away from you, you say, oh, okay, I want to make a snake, and you point to the picture, and maybe they glance at it. That could be, the first step. And then you are just going to model out loud what you're doing. I'm going to take my green plate. I'm going to roll, 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 roll. And then maybe you slide it next to them and you take their hands lightly and you go roll, 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 roll. And maybe they do that with you for a few seconds. Okay, and that's okay. And then maybe they go back to crumbling, their little pieces. A lot of time they need to just learn how to use, the material in a different way. So you can use this to increase your play with your child, and maybe they look at you for a second and you're smiling and this is so much fun. I'm making a snake, roll, roll on the table. What color do you want? And then you can get into choice and core words and just kind of go from there. But the point is to give yourself a little bit of structure and the kids structure, and to make those shared experiences so that they start paying attention to you more. And then the more you do this, I think the more likely you will see them starting to engage with you even more. So I hope this helps. Like I said, you can make this for any type of activity that they enjoy, and then just work up from there.